This is exactly why the WNBA and USA Basketball and everybody else that's got access to Caitlin Clark should be trying to push her to the top of everything. Because do you know why we wanted to look at this last night? Because of Caitlin Clark.
How the electrifying talent of a rising star compelled the WNBA to completely overhaul its season structure is astounding. But what's driving these groundbreaking changes to the league's upcoming season? WNBA teams won't include fever games in half-season ticket packages because they would lose too much money. Numbers don't lie. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA.
So, we know the Caitlin Clark effect is real, obviously. It is incredibly obvious that it's real. But this might just sum it up more.
The WNBA has made a bold and surprising move that's sparking widespread discussion. The Indiana Fever will be excluded from the league's innovative ticket price packaging strategy for the upcoming season.
But you want to add a team to Miami? I don't think people understand the market. You don't add franchises when you're losing money, let alone if one of those places is Miami. We had a team for 3 years. They shut down because they played with black curtains around the arena. They were playing in front of 500
back
people.
To the point of the pressure being on Caitlin because they're adding because they think that she's going to...
Why would you even consider Miami among the teams? People don't...
This decision, however, isn't as puzzling as it might initially seem. It centers on the Caitlin Clark effect, a game-changing phenomenon already transforming league strategies and showcasing the remarkable impact of this rising star.
God, I purchased a half-season ticket to receive access to add-on to Fever games. The Go has her own package. She literally has her own package. They could even sell out Gamebridge for day one of Fever camp. They 100% could. I'm sorry, they could sell out Gamebridge for day one of Fever's training camp. There's a 0% chance they could.
By excluding the Fever from this ticketing strategy, the WNBA is strategically leveraging the Caitlin Clark buzz to boost profits and drive fan engagement to unprecedented levels.
Way of saying the schedule and just being back to what I've called a normal life in the WNBA has been massive. But to quickly run through a couple of other things, and we're going to talk about Aaliyah Boston and Clark here momentarily, so I won't go too deep into that one. Their pairing has been...
Caitlin Clark's influence on basketball is truly remarkable. Renowned for her exceptional scoring prowess, long-range shooting, and electrifying performances, the young sensation has won the hearts of fans nationwide. Her on-court presence commands massive attention, turning her games into must-see events for basketball enthusiasts everywhere.
Clark effect strikes again, this time catapulting the WNBA to levels they didn't think were possible if we only look back 2 years from now. Caitlin Clark has put the WNBA #1 on Morning Consult's fastest growing brands of 2020.
The WNBA, eager to capitalize on Caitlin Clark's soaring popularity, is strategically positioning itself to enhance both visibility and profitability. By excluding the Indiana Fever from its ticket price packaging, a strategy designed to bundle games and boost attendance, the league is focusing its marketing efforts on matchups with the highest potential for returns. With Clark's immense following from her time with the Iowa Hawkeyes, the WNBA anticipates her transition to the professional stage will sustain that momentum, drawing even larger crowds and driving substantial revenue growth. This calculated move underscores the league's commitment to leveraging her star power to reshape its future.
But when Caitlin Clark comes to town, we're going to be adding 10 times the price probably. You're probably looking at $300 tickets when Caitlin Clark comes to town.
By tailoring ticket pricing and game packaging around Caitlin Clark, the WNBA aims to create a high-value experience that captures the excitement she brings. This strategy isn't just about immediate financial gains. It's a forward-looking investment to elevate the league's prominence and grow its fan base. Players like Clark, with their unique ability to attract fans and media attention, are game-changers who can redefine the league's trajectory. By spotlighting matchups featuring her team, the WNBA can leverage its most marketable star to boost television viewership, increase merchandise sales, and ignite greater enthusiasm for women's basketball as a whole.
So the Washington Mystics owner Sheila Johnson goes on CNN and says that the entire WNBA should have been put on the cover of Time magazine. It is hard to get away from this conversation because it just keeps making national news. And to be frank, I've never seen a story in the WNBA get as much widespread coverage as this is getting. I honestly can't wait until the season's back in so we can get more about basketball.
The decision to exclude the Indiana Fever from this specific strategy is not a slight against the team, but rather a reflection of the current market landscape. As the Fever focuses on rebuilding and nurturing its talent, it may not yet possess the star power or fan appeal to rival the excitement and spectacle surrounding Caitlin Clark's games. Caitlin Clark's influence on basketball is undeniable, and the WNBA's decision underscores just how pivotal she is to enhancing its reputation and financial health. The league stands at a crucial crossroads, signaling a shift toward more aggressive marketing tactics and an intensified focus on star power to drive its growth. These bold moves showcase the growing recognition of women's sports as both profitable and exhilarating, as fans eagerly anticipate the upcoming season. By leveraging Clark's magnetic appeal, the WNBA is positioning itself to reach new milestones, proving that strategic innovation combined with star power can redefine the professional women's basketball landscape. Rumors also suggest the league is considering a major adjustment for the 2017 season. Initially met with hesitation due to potential financial risks, this shift could represent a daring step forward, reflecting the WNBA's determination to evolve and thrive.
You mentioned the Caitlin Clark effect. What does that mean to you?
What an incredible human being she is. Not only does she represent Iowa, but she represents women's basketball. She represents women's sports.
Despite initial concerns, the WNBA has rolled out a groundbreaking ticket packaging strategy designed to draw more fans, particularly to games featuring powerhouse teams like the Chicago Sky and Las Vegas Aces. Under this new plan, fans can purchase a package granting access to 5 games, including matchups with some of the league's most popular teams. By bundling these games together, the league provides casual viewers with an easy way to engage more deeply with the sport, while offering dedicated fans a budget-friendly option to enjoy multiple games. This initiative seems to be a direct response to the growing interest in the WNBA, fueled by the electrifying performances of standout players like Caitlin Clark, who have injected fresh energy and attention into the league. The league's leadership is betting that the increased exposure and appeal of discounted access to multiple games will outweigh any potential financial risks. One of the most significant benefits of this strategy is its potential to boost attendance across various games, even those that might typically struggle to attract large audiences. By capitalizing on this rising wave of enthusiasm, the WNBA is positioning itself to expand its fan base and solidify its presence as a premier destination for thrilling sports entertainment.
Still call AJ Wilson the face of the league. I'm sorry, you don't need to purchase a 10-game package for the option to watch AJ Wilson play basketball.
This strategy could also boost secondary spending on concessions, merchandise, and other in-arena activities, helping to offset any initial revenue losses from discounted tickets. With more fans in attendance, the league stands to benefit from a significant increase in these additional revenue streams. Despite initial concerns over financial risk, the WNBA's decision to move forward with this ticket packaging strategy shows a progressive mindset aimed at expanding the sport. It's a calculated risk that highlights the league's confidence in its growth and the rising popularity of its stars. Featuring teams like the Chicago Sky and Las Vegas Aces adds immense value, making the package attractive to both new and loyal fans.
She's becoming an iconic figure like a Michael Jordan, like a Tiger Woods, like a Serena Williams. Nike just invested in her $28 million, which I think should be way more.
To be able to carry the pressure of always being on, always being ready, always having to say the right thing and making sure that like you're as delicate as possible, trying to come across as like not only a great person, but the great athlete that she is. She also carries herself on the back.
By leveraging the popularity of teams like the Sky and Aces and offering discounted multi-game packages, the WNBA is setting itself up for long-term growth and greater visibility. The league's bold decision to revamp its upcoming season, fueled by Caitlin Clark's electrifying impact, has rocked the sports world. Even more revealing is the exclusion of the Indiana Fever from these changes, underscoring the immense demand to witness Clark's return to action and the league's focus on maximizing her star power to drive engagement.
NBA owners, investors, a lot of whom own WNBA franchises, for example, the Indiana Pacers, or the owner owns the Indiana Fever, okay? And that is running throughout the league. Well, even with the Caitlin Clark uptick in business, and it was significant, it did not matter. The WNBA is set to lose $40 million this season for this.
This decision underscores Caitlin Clark's extraordinary influence on the sport, which has not only surpassed her own team's success, but also overshadowed other standout players like Angel Reese and A'ja Wilson. The message is clear. Clark has become the focal point for fans, with an unmatched level of anticipation surrounding her games. Her rapid rise to fame, driven by incredible skill, exciting plays, and a magnetic presence on the court, has captured the attention of audiences across the nation. The exclusion of the Indiana Fever, despite its own legacy, highlights just how powerful Clark's appeal has become in the league.
The growth is happening so fast. It's so accelerated. And I've been saying this in our own organization that business as usual isn't going to work anymore. You're going to get left behind. Certainly, Caitlin's first game, they were going to value. I'm all for that. I get.
Angel Reese, while undeniably skilled, has not sparked the same level of widespread excitement as Caitlin Clark. Likewise, A'ja Wilson, a powerhouse in the WNBA, commands respect, but doesn't ignite the same fervor or media frenzy. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, brings an undeniable energy that goes beyond her athletic abilities, creating a cultural phenomenon. This makes her the centerpiece of the WNBA's strategy, evident in the league's decision to exclude the Indiana Fever from the new season format. This move isn't a reflection of the Fever's lack of talent, but rather an acknowledgement of Clark's unmatched marketability and the incredible demand for her presence. The Fever's exclusion is a strategic play to prioritize players and matchups that generate the most fan interest and television ratings. It's about capitalizing on Clark's unique ability to fill arenas and capture attention, ensuring that the WNBA maximizes its profitability and visibility. Caitlin Clark's star power is reshaping the WNBA, setting new benchmarks for what defines a game changer in women's professional basketball. The league is aligning itself with this remarkable influence, illustrating just how central Clark has become to its efforts to expand its reach and grow its fan base.
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a lot better than Angel Reese. Nobody ever said Ben Wallace could give Michael Jordan a run for his money.
Recently, A'ja Wilson, one of the WNBA's brightest stars, sparked an intriguing debate about who truly reigns supreme in women's basketball. By increasing her speaking engagement fee by $10,000 more than Caitlin Clark, Wilson appeared to send a clear message. She believes she is the real MVP, the player with the most demand and influence. However, the WNBA's bold decision to overhaul its season format paints a different picture, one that places Caitlin Clark squarely at the heart of the league's future. While Wilson's dominance on the court is undeniable, her price hike for speaking engagements seemed like a statement of her status in the sport. Yet, the WNBA's strategic shift, heavily influenced by Clark's rising popularity and captivating style of play, indicates that the league views Clark as the face of its future. The league's decision to center its marketing and matchups around Clark highlights her exceptional star power and underscores her importance in the WNBA's plans to grow its fan base and elevate the sport.
For the situation involving Caitlin Clark again. Well, now this week, she's talking about, she's charging $100K for speaking events, and fans is like, Shrek? Since when? And you only doing this because of Caitlin. Now, we know news broke last week about the unrivaled, about A'ja Wilson and Caitlin Clark both not taking part in this league. Caitlin gave her own reasons, being that she wanted to focus more on golf. She had a long season this past year, and she's just going to sit this off season now. AJ Wilson really didn't say too much about her not wanting to do it, besides she just wanted to not play basketball this all.
While A'ja Wilson's impact on the WNBA is undeniable, with her legacy firmly in place, the league's recent shifts signal a changing landscape. Caitlin Clark, with her meteoric rise in popularity, is now the player driving the next era of women's basketball. The WNBA's strategic adjustments show that Clark's star power isn't just a fleeting moment. It's a foundational element of the league's future growth. This shift highlights Clark's prominence as the league's most marketable and captivating player, even as Wilson continues to dominate on the court. Fans eagerly await Clark's return, driven not just by her extraordinary skill set, but by the anticipation of her coming season, which promises even greater excitement. Last season, Clark consistently delivered electrifying performances, wowing fans with game-changing moments that had everyone talking. However, after a demanding schedule, the need for rest was evident. Now, with Clark returning fresh and recharged, the energy surrounding her is at an all-time high. The arrival of Stephanie White as the Indiana Fever's head coach adds another layer of excitement. With extensive experience both as a WNBA player and coach at the collegiate level, White's leadership promises to take Clark's development to new heights. Her expertise and ability to connect with players personally position her as the ideal mentor for a rising star like Clark. Together, Clark and White have the potential to lead the Fever into a new era, making their games even more anticipated and setting the stage for a historic season.
I am on record as saying Caitlin Clark is going to be an excellent WNBA player.
I agree.
Right away. Right away going to be a star, in my view. When you go back and you look historically, the players at the level that I believe Caitlin Clark is at, whether they are guards or bigs, they have come in and been all-stars.
With Stephanie White at the helm, the Indiana Fever are set to adopt a more tactical and fluid style of play that will capitalize on their roster's strengths. For Caitlin Clark, this means more chances to shine in a system tailored to her talents. White's focus on teamwork, smart decision-making, and adaptability perfectly complements Clark's playing style. Fans aren't just excited for Clark's individual brilliance, they're eager to see the overall growth of the team. With this dynamic leadership, the Fever have the potential to become one of the most formidable teams in the WNBA, shaking up the competition. Beyond the technical aspects of the game, there's an emotional element to Clark's return that resonates with fans. The narrative of her comeback, fully rested and ready to conquer new challenges, adds a layer of drama that makes this season even more compelling. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.